Hello everyone, welcome back to the Lord of the Rings Online. This is Gnarlo here. Say hello to everyone, Gnarlo. Good boy. We left off here outside the guest houses here in the Vale of Imladris. We had just picked up the quest from Aragorn to go talk to Calenglad. Right over there behind those rocks you can just see the corner of the last homely house peeking out. So we were going to be heading to Evendim to go talk to Calenglad and work on the quest to get Narsil reforged. I think it's a, what is it called? A Silithar is what we've got to take care of. But first, we've gotten a message here. We have got to pay maintenance on our house. It has been a month already since we bought it. Can you believe it? As you see, we can pay the actual fee, I think 165 silver. You can also pay with mithril coins. You have to buy those. We're going to play with the silver. So let's go ahead and click on that. And in fact, let's go ahead and pay for 2 months while we're at 2 weeks while we're at it, since we do have 16 gold and a little pocket change. And that way we won't have to worry about it there for a little while longer. Let's mount up. We are going to go out. Let's take a look at the map. Going to ride on up this weaving pathway here, going through the gates of Imladris. We're going to continue out the east road through the Bruinen Gorges up here to Thorenhad, which is the outpost, the encampment of Elrond's sons. We're going to pick up the stable master while we're there. We'll also finish off the quest. That's where the next step of the epic line here. Where's the horse and rider? We need to go talk to his sons about that. See if we can find out where the Nazgul, the missing Nazgul are. Alright. One last look across the great beauty of the Vale of Imladris. I think I'm going to stop right here too. He's got a quest over his head. Let's take a look at that.
Stay a moment.
It's the quest to Baracan. Greetings, friend, and welcome to Imladris. Are you here at the behest of the Rangers? Perhaps you would aid us in patrolling these lands. I believe Baracan could use your assistance. He makes his camp not far to the east of the last bridge from the Lone Lands, on a hill south of the road. You should speak with him and learn how you might aid him. Alright, that'll be easy enough. We're going to be passing that way anywhere. Remember, we passed him on our way out here to Thorenhad. I do not believe you have been told yet of Thorenhad. Elrond has sent scouts there to patrol the wilds of the Trollshaws and to search out the evil that lurks in those old hills. I'm sure you would be welcome there, for the Trollshaws are a broad land and our people too few. Seek out Elrond's son Elro here, and say that I have sent you to support him. Thorenhad is a ruin atop a hill north of the bear dens of the Bruinen Gorges. It is to the east of Baracan's camp and some distance west of here. Alright, so there we go, to Thorenhad and to Baracan. Both of those are places that we are going to be passing on our way, and intending on stopping at Thorenhad. So we are going to continue on up the winding path here, and we will rejoin you when we reach Thorenhad. And we are proceeding down the east road. As you see ahead of us, the Tower of Thorenhad, the ruins are beginning to appear ahead of us. Just up ahead is the turn to the north, where we leave the east road and proceed on up into the trail that leads up there. And we've got a bear and a wolf, an elder that we have to dodge, but I think the elder is going to be in our way. Why don't we just go ahead and try and take him out? Let's sneak up. He's just a yellow, shouldn't be any kind of a big danger to us. And that's not what I meant to do. I didn't mean to riddle him, I meant to distract him instead, but hey, the riddle worked just as well. We'll go ahead and take him down. Getting some good crits on him here. And he should be going down in just another hit or two. There we go. And new deed. Alright. Now we are going to continue on north up this path. Let's mount up again. And I've been collecting Lebethron branches while I've been off camera. This is the only one I'm going to collect while I'm on. I'm not going to have you watch that, but those are the branches that we are currently working on for the crafting tier I'm in. And they are all about the Trollshaws here, along with the dwarf iron and, yes, the platinum. Okay. On up the hill, we are going to veer to the right, is it? Yes, there's to the left of the bear dens. Past the ruins here. More bears off to the right. Place is loaded with bear. And we will come on around and look for the path that is going to lead up and to the left. No, to the right. We still have to make it up. There we go. Here's the ramping trail that leads on up into Thorenhad, the outpost and camp of the sons of Elrond, Elladan and Elro here. Let us make sure that we grab this stable master as well. There, now we will have the Thorenhad stables available to us also. As always, any quest hub, there's a milestone. Over there's the task board, the mailbox over yonder. But what we are interested in is the sons of Elrond here. So let us go ahead and dismount and talk to them. First to him to get the 2 Thorenhad quests taken care of and out of the way. You are welcome to join our company, Gnarlo. My brother and I have done our best, but there is more still to be done if we are to keep this land safe from servants of the enemy. Alright, so now we will finish that one up. Let us also talk to Elladan here. And that will take us to Chapter 4, Book 1, Where is the Horse and Rider? Where is the horse? Where is the rider?
What do you need?
My father has sent you to aid us. It is good that you have come, for we have made an unsettling discovery. It seems likely the missing rider is still somewhere within the wilderness of the Trollshaws.
Will you lend me your ear?
Oh, we're getting an orange one. Shortly after Frodo-Baggins and his company came to Rivendell, my father sent us to search for signs of the Nazgul, the 9 riders of the enemy. We found the bodies of 8 horses downstream, but of the last there was no sign. We searched further, but still found nothing. We traveled far afield into lands to the south, and still found no sign of the fleeing rider. Only on our return journey did we find something. Hoof prints in the South Trollshaws, far south of the road. There are many narrow valleys in that region. The Nazgul might lie there, sheltered from prying eyes, waiting for his time to strike. Journey far south of the road in the South Trollshaws, Gnarlo, and seek out the missing rider. The ruins within these narrow channels have a fell reputation. Minus Agor, that place was called of old, and the Nazgul may have sought it out for that reason. So this is a fellowship quest. Find the sign of the missing Nazgul. If you find yourself without a full fellowship, you may draw upon inspiration, and they will be giving us another elf stone. Let's go ahead and accept it. Did they give us elf stone? Yeah, actually, I am going to cancel it for now. Let's see, go ahead and pull it up in the quest log. Let's cancel it. Yes. We know where it is. We need to come here and talk to Mr. Elladan. See, it'll be right there. We could check it again in 4 minutes. I don't want to be carrying around. I know I'm not going to be doing an orange level quest, even with the inspiration bonus right now. So I don't want to be carrying around that stone in my inventory all this while. In the meantime, let's go on over here to the 2 Baracan. And we will speak with him and find his little camp and finish up that part of the quest. So it's once again back to the East Road, and then further to the west until we get to Baracan's camp. We should be approaching the turnoff to Baracan's camp here very shortly. Yep, there we go. There's the elf standing on the side of the road. Roquin. Now she's got a ring over her head. Let me talk to her right quick.
Might you spare a moment of your time?
Level 40, the road seldom traveled. Alright, we're not going to catch that one right now. No point in doing any red quests. But we will continue on to the northward and go up to Baracan's camp there. I just wanted to take a look, if y'all will see here, this beautiful zone. I mean, I dearly love this zone from the standpoints, as any of y'all who watch my Minecraft, the Feed the Beast videos I did, y'all know how much I love the autumnal forest in Feed the Beast, and that's what this entire zone is, just an autumnal forest. Love the way it looks. And trust me, especially back in the old days. Now not so much, because you tend to fly through zones a lot quicker, but in the old days when you spent time in zones for a good much longer period of time, after you had spent a couple of weeks in the Lonelands, getting to cross the last bridge and actually have things to look at besides just horrible blighted burnt brown grass and crumbling hills was such a welcome relief, let me tell you. Alright, here's Baracan. Let us talk to him right quick. And to Baracan.
What can I do for you?
You were sent by Anhibir. If so, you are welcome here indeed. There is much to be done. Alright, let's see what level his quest is. The Trampling Hooves.
Mind my words, traveler.
Alright, it's only a blue one. We may grab it just in case we decide to hang out here in this area. Our dwarf friend here has requested my assistance with a matter of some urgency, and we should do what we can do to help him. He was part of a company of dwarves that was commanded to bring certain relics from Thorin's Hall to the dwarf Glowing, currently staying in Rivendell. Hyther Ironfist traveled ahead to notify his lord that the dwarves would soon arrive, but the passage of some days he grew worried. The company never arrived at Rivendell, and Hyther has now come back along the road seeking them. There are many boars to the west, and I fear that the dwarves may have been beset by the creatures and overwhelmed. The fury of creatures in the Trollshaws is often underestimated by those from afar. Defeat some of the boars and look for any signs of the missing dwarves. So defeat 10 boars in the South Trollshaws. Look for signs of the dwarves. What the heck kind of boars are these, Hyther? You know, am I supposed to cut them open and see if they ate the dwarves? Are we talking land sharks here? Very interesting little quest that is. Alright, I'm going to talk to Baracar. We're going to sell off some stuff right quick, use him as the supplier, and then we are going to continue traveling westward. Okay everyone, we have arrived here at the stable master here in Dwelling. Right over here is the glassmaker's hut, y'all will remember. We have been up this far before. Remember, we did a search quest in search of a toy-led dog. One that ended up giving us Ronald Dwell's pipe here. Down there is the town of Dwelling, the most northernmost of the Hobbit Shire dwellings, Shire town that has been since taken over and essentially ruined by bandits. Right up here, that is the road back to Oatbarton, and we are going to be traveling northward on up this way into Evendim proper, which we are truly in now. As you see, we are right here. Over here at the town of Dwelling, we're going to travel north, take the long looping route down near the river through the Barendalf, and then on up until we get to Tinnudir. So we are going to mount up now. And let us see how we can fare on this road. We're going to try and dodge all these spiders and everything. Although that one's just blue now, so not too much of a hazard any longer. This first section y'all have seen before. Remember, we talked about how you had to be careful because there's little bands of boggarts that will dart back and forth across the road here, among other things, such as these Knickerbreaker substitutes and the salamanders. We have the biting flies. Alright, follow the road on down. It's going to cross across this sandy flat here known as the Barendalf. Oh yes, and the flickering limrains. Those are the other things that will follow along with you, just like the biting sandflies here will. They'll continue to chase on after you until they just get tired and bored, and then finally leave you alone. This section here, I'm going to have to take a look and see. We've got something coming up in a couple of weeks. If y'all remember, September 19th is International Talk Like a Pirate Day. And of course they have the Pirate Quest, where you have to go along and collect cram and bottles of rum of the merchant ship that gets stranded up here. This is the area of Middle Earth here in in Evendim, along here on Barandelf, where that ship gets grounded and they have to do repairs. It is actually down the river, the Baranduin. You see the little corner of it there? That's the Baranduin, the Brandywine River. If y'all remember, we swam up that river to get to where the pirate ship is, or the merchant ship actually. Keep calling it the pirate ship because they do give you an eye patch. You can get an eye patch and a tricorn pirate's hat and that sort of thing from the quest during that day. And we're going to make sure that we do that again. And I'm also going to look back and see whether or not I have whether I filmed things that day. I believe that I did. I'll put a link right up, or not a link, but a message right up here showing what the name of the episode was if I find that I have recorded it before. Alright, there you go. That's something that's rather interesting. We seem to have a huge statue looming up over the hills there. Now this right here is kind of the northern equivalent. Remember, this was the seat of Arnor, and most particularly Arthedain. Once Arnor got split into the three kingdoms of Rudar, Arthedain, and Cardolan, this was the seat of Arthedain. But if you remember, those of you who've read the books and seen the movies, as you go into the northern reach, as you pass the northern boundary of Gondor, you've got the statues of Isildur and Anarion. And the Northern Kingdom had something of the same, much the same here. You've got the statues of the kings that, instead of being side by side the river, are actually astride the river, so that you have to pass under them. And they let you know where you are and to mind your P's and Q's as they guard the entrance to Lake Evendim and the entrances to Numenus, the city of the kings. I'm going to zoom in all the way here and let you take a look. Very impressive statue there. Okay, just ahead we should be seeing, this is the High King's Crossing. Yet another quest hub. There's a stable master here we're going to grab. Of course, there you have a mailbox. There you have the milepost, etc. And your various...
How can I be of service?
Yeah, so we now should have... is this... What is this? Who is this? Troubadour. Oh, I was going to say, it's not on the list, but that's because it wouldn't be on the list, because you're not going to travel here. Not going to travel to here from here. So this is the High King's Crossing. That's a knotted rope. I wonder what kind of quest that is used for. Can we climb that? You do not have the corresponding quest. Alright. I've never seen that quest. Apparently you have to climb on top of that statue at some point. I definitely want to get that quest though. That should be quite interesting. I've never seen anything from up there, obviously. But we are going to continue on up. Fall up north. Ooh, that's the chief danger in these parts of the tomb robbers. You've got groups of bandits who make their living in these parts, robbing the old tombs and houses, the abandoned houses of the previous dwellers in these parts, the Dunedain, the people who used to live here in Numenus and the surrounding territories. Give you a view. This is a good spot to get a nice view of what we're looking at. There's Lake Evendim stretching out into the distance. You can see some of the very impressive buildings and architecture that's scattered all about the lake. And there's tons of mansions and tombs and buildings scattered all around these shores and lands here as well. Let's pull up the map right quick, show you where we are. We're right here. We've just done the High King's Crossing. We're about to go into Parth Aduil. We're going to travel down to the crossroads and hang a left to go to the island of Tinnudir. This is the official way to get here. It's the way that goes by the roads. We will, the next time we come, I will show you a shortcut. Instead of crossing the High King's Cross, you turn to the left, travel down the shore just a short distance, and then take a swim across the lake to reach the island. Tends to be a bit shorter than this way. You don't have as many of these bandits and wolves and things like that to avoid, but you do have to take a swim across the lake. And plus there are a couple of, going that way, there are 2 or 3 slightly higher level mobs that you had to face. I think yellow and orange. We've reached the crossroads here. Going north continues on up that hill through another outpost, then down the other side, and eventually you go to Forachale, the ice fields and the ice bay, the furthest northern part of the game and of Middle Earth that you can get to here in the game. If you travel that way to the east, take that road, you will eventually end up back in the fields of Fornost. South is where we came, and to the west here takes you to Tinnudir, as you see right there. Back to the fields of Fornost and the North Downs to Forachale, and this way to the island of Tinnudir. You see more impressive Dunedain architecture. Lots and lots of examples of how they built here. And in fact, that is the island we are going to be going to, the building that's looming up on our right. All over there on that side, if the view distance was a little bit higher, and once we get down the camp down here, you'll probably see it pop into view, is the city of Annúminas proper. The home of the Northern Kingdom, the capital of the Northern Kingdom, and home to a lot of the tombs of the elves, not the elves, the kings. A lot of the kings of Arnor had their tombs over there. I'm going to travel just over here to the shore of the lake to show y'all just how large the lake is. Quite a large place. They actually have, if you see there's a boat keeper. That's kind of the stable masters they have now. There's several boat keepers scattered out about the lake. Those were a fairly recent addition. I don't know what update they came in. It was sometime within maybe a year and a half ago perhaps. But before that, there were no boat keepers, and anywhere you had to go, you either traveled the shore or you swam. And I have done a lot of swimming back and forth this lake. So, we're looking for Calenglad. He is going to be right up here in this camp. He is right there, and just past it, I think, right around the corner here. Yeah, right over, I thought there was a skirmish camp. Yes, skirmish camp's on the other side of this rock. So once again, for all your skirmish camp needs, right there. Let's go back to the little area. Let's talk to Calenglad. Show him the letter that Aragorn has bid us take him, and see what he has to say. My brethren and I will defend the city of Annúminas with our lives. Calenglad remained.
Greetings.
What's that you have there? A letter from Aragorn. Let me see it. What is it that you call yourself? Gnarlo. I'm sorry, but this note is not enough. Tomb raiders have plundered the vaults and tombs of Annúminas, seeking to despoil the heritage of the Dunedain. This could be a forgery intended to relax our guard. Nay, I'm afraid I cannot trust the words of this letter. How am I to know you are true? Deeds, not words, matter to me. Let's go ahead and take the greater essence.
What do you need?
Loyalty's proof. You put me in a difficult position, Gnarlo. I cannot in good conscience help you without first administering a test of your character. But if you are indeed sent by Aragorn, any delay is an affront to my lord. I will not make this decision alone. Render your aid to the rest of my brethren, to Estiel, Forcon, and Nathimun. Once they are satisfied that you are indeed of good character, and you do not have villainous motives, I will consider your petition once more. You will find my fellow rangers here at Tinnudir. If, however, you prove false, I will have you cast into the lake with any of your robber friends that I catch. So we need to earn the trust of 3 of his fellow rangers here. and then he will allow us to continue on. So I believe that is where we're going to end it for this episode. There won't be one for the next couple of days, probably 3 days from now. I'm having to go back to work, and I've got some other personal things I need to be taken care of over the next few days, so the next one will probably be back on Sunday. So we will see you then. I appreciate you watching. I hope you've enjoyed the episode, and we will see you next time. So remember, while we're gone, go out, eat some bacon and mushrooms, smoke some good pipe weed, have some good beer, and kill a few orcs. And we'll see you then. Bye-bye.